Hello all my little buns, I am Cyberbunny Marin, and welcome to my first full-length video. I would say first video, but I'd be lying because my first video is my little channel trailer. You can find the link below. In today's video, I want to share with all of you my thoughts on WoW Classic Hardcore and my current experience with it. I feel that it's truly the Dark Souls of MMORPGs. But before we do that, let's take a little trip back in time. The year was 2004, and it was a golden age in gaming. GTA San Andreas, Half-Life 2, Halo 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater were a few of the big releases taking over the scene. Among all of that, a little gem of an MMO by the name of World of Warcraft was released. In WoW, players would get a chance to create their own hero of the Alliance or Horde. You had a total of 4 races on each faction with 9 classes to choose from. Paladin being exclusive to the Alliance, and Shaman exclusive to the Horde. You would go and wander the lands of Azeroth, slowly climbing your way to the max level of 60. A ton of massive zones filled with quests were available to explore. Immersive and large dungeons would await you on your way to the top, and once you finally hit that level cap, a massive 40-player raid would be awaiting you and your allies to clear for that sweet, sweet loot. A lot of players seem to have fond memories of classic WoW and how it's much better than its modern day counterpart. But not me. I know that nostalgia is a hell of a drug and it can make you forget just how much of a grind this game was. Questing wasn't as efficient as it is in retail WoW. At times you'd have to grind endless mobs just to catch up to the next zone, and with how slow it was to kill things, it felt like an eternity before you'd see your next level. Classes with multiple weapons couldn't simply swap to them. You had to find a trainer, pay money, and then grind the weapon skill out by killing level 1 boars. Traveling around the world was a slow drag, and while having a mount made traveling so much easier, good luck getting one. At level 40 you have to pay 20 gold for the skill and then 80 gold for the mount itself. That doesn't sound like a lot when you think about it through modern WoW standards, but then when you realize how hard a single gold piece was to come by, you suddenly remember why you took an IOU with your guildmate because you were tired of being broke and walking around at level 45. Honestly, I never understood why people wanted to go back to this type of WoW when retail WoW was just so much better. We have 12 classes now and 11 races available for each faction. The classes and specializations now available are leaps and bounds better than how they played in Classic. The dungeons are great, and Mythic Keystones give you a way to keep it challenging and fresh. The raids are phenomenal, and you no longer need 40 people to clear one. And don't forget, the graphics are insanely better and there's a ton of quality of life improvements. Why would I bother going back to 2004 when 2023 WoW is insanely better? The answer was simple. WoW Classic Hardcore. The internet was abuzz with this new style of World of Warcraft, and the word hardcore piqued my interest, so I did some digging. The concept was simple. You play Classic WoW, but you have one life. If you die, it's over. You can't be rezzed, you can't walk back to your body, and your entire run is done. Maybe I'm a bit of a masochist, but the idea of playing WoW Classic, which already had its own difficulty and struggles due to its outdated mechanics and gameplay, with just one life, seemed very appealing to me. As someone who suffered through all of Elden Ring, I was used to the concept of a frustrating death and starting all over again. I realized, much like any streamer and YouTuber did, this would make for excellent content. I installed the client, set up my debut date for the stream, then logged on to begin my journey. The character creation screen was wild to me. As someone who was used to seeing the massive race and class selection from retail, the limited amount threw me off for a moment. That limited selection extended to the customization as well. I had realized modern WoW truly spoiled me with all the various options available. I ended up making a troll hunter. Everything was ready, I hit create, and I was transported to the
World of Warcraft?
Seeing the original troll starting area was such a trip after being used to the new one for so many years. I decided to start my run by greeting everyone in chat. The amount of responses was astonishing. For once, it actually felt like I was playing with other people in the zone. I ran around doing some quests, ended up in a cave, and made a friend with someone who helped me clear it out. I quickly learned I'm not alone in this journey. As you wander around, you see other people having a shared goal of wanting to survive, and because you share that goal, those people are more than willing to help. That sense of community that a lot of people feel modern WoW is lacking is there in Classic. As I continued my journey, I approached everything with extreme caution, being sure not to overcommit. What felt like such a slow and tedious playing style was actually a lot of fun. I knew that if I got too greedy, I would die. The fear that one mistake could end it all really added a level of excitement to it. As I proceeded through the zone, I ran into my old friend I made in the cave. We went on to clear some more quests together, which helped me avoid a close call with death. For the most part, things seemed to be going well. I had hit level 10, got my hunter pet, and started to clear things with ease. I was feeling strong, confident, and on top of the world. I told myself that nothing could stop me now that I had a pet. This was going to be a breeze. Boy, was I wrong. I had a quest to kill a mob named Fizzle. He was tucked away in this little canyon, so I decided to approach with caution. I killed off the dinosaurs on the way there, carefully pulling and making sure to not overcommit. I finally arrived at the camp where Fizzle awaited. Without much difficulty, I took him down and was ready to turn in my quest. I told myself maybe I should use my Hearthstone, but I said, nah, I'll just fight my way out for the experience. And much like Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. My hubris would be the end of me. As I was making my way out, one of the mobs respawned. And then Fizzle respawned. And then a mob respawned right on top of me. My heart began to race and I was panicking. I thought maybe I can leave my pet behind and just run. But that's when things took a turn for the worse. More mobs respawned in the camp. And then the dinosaurs outside of the camp had also respawned. I found myself in the worst situation ever and realized that this was it. This was the end. Bro, I should have hurt. I should have used the Hearthstone. I should have used the Hearthstone. At level 11, my troll hunter Cyber Bunny met her untimely demise.
Used the Hearthstone.
I was filled with mixed emotions. I was sad that this run had come to an end. I was frustrated that everything respawned so fast. I wanted to blame the game.
Level 11.
I was more disappointed with myself because I knew I should have just used my Hearthstone. At the end of it all, I was okay with it. Even though all my hard work was gone, I enjoyed every single minute of it, and I was ready to do it again. After this experience, I told myself WoW Classic Hardcore is truly the Dark Souls of MMOs. Why? When you take the gameplay of Classic WoW, the difficulty due to outdated mechanics, and pair it off with permadeath, it gives WoW a true Souls-like experience. You have to be smart, you have to pay attention, and you have to learn and adapt. You have to approach everything with caution and never overcommit. If you end up in over your head, much like Dark Souls, you will die. But death isn't the end, it's simply a learning experience. Suddenly, this old game has new life to it. The glaring issues are simply part of the journey. Now in closing, I'd like to say that if you have that nostalgia itch for WoW, or if you're looking for something different and challenging in the MMO genre, you should give this a shot. Just understand, you most likely won't reach level 60 on your first character. It might take you 2, or even 3, but that's okay. Now if the idea of playing a game with mechanics from 2004 paired with permadeath sounds like too much of a challenge, you're better off playing modern WoW instead. With all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video and the retelling of my experience with WoW Classic Hardcore. If you want to see the Hunter run, my VODs are available on the channel. And if you want to watch my new Mage run, I'm streaming WoW Hardcore every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 PM Pacific Standard Time, 4 PM Eastern. To know exactly when I'll be going live, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on. All of you little buttons behave, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. I'll catch all of you in the next one.